Hi, everyone. I just wanted to come on today with a kind of a share, a personal share. Um, and it does have to do with intuition in a way, tangentially, but I also think it's just an important thing that I'd like to share with you. I was, over the weekend, I went to a memorial service for a woman who was my age. She's somebody that I know, but more importantly, she was very, very, very dear to people who were very, very dear to me. And so it was a lovely memorial service, very moving. And like at a lot of memorial services, they had those posters, with pictures from her past, with her children, her grandchildren, her ex-husband, her husband that she was widowed from, etc., etc. So just a whole array of pictures. And I found myself really moved by the the pictures that I saw. And it occurred to me that when somebody dies, sometimes we sort of we kind of get judgmental about memorial services because we'll say, oh, well, I didn't like the person in, real life, but now they're telling they were the most wonderful person on in the world, and blah, blah. And I was thinking about that, and I thought, you know, when somebody passes and they're no longer with us, there will be no more pictures. There will be no more memories to make. There will be no more times to get together, um, and so it gives us a different perspective on the person, and we can get beyond our petty judgments and all of that, um, and we can look at that person differently because it's kind of like having a higher perspective that I keep talking about. We have a higher perspective of them once they're gone, um, because we know that there will be no more times together. And so those pictures, I just had this sense, this incredible sense that these pictures were depicting the sacredness of her life, and they were emblematic of the people whose lives she touched and the people whose lives were touched by her, and the people who touched her life. And I just had a sense of the sacredness of life. And of course we can say, oh, well, it's sad, to only feel that sacredness of life after they're gone. But it is a reminder about how important things are. And so these pictures that were just kind of pictures, everyday pictures, probably had them in a box somewhere, maybe looked at them every once in a while. And now they're what her loved ones have of her. And so they become sacred. They become so important. And it's because when a person passes on, it puts their life in perspective. And I, for one, was really happy to experience that with the people who loved her the most, who happen to be, some of them, people that are also incredibly important to me, that I love very much. And I don't know if this is making sense to you, but I think it's a good reminder that we don't have to wait until someone passes to appreciate the sacredness of the moments that we have with them, to appreciate who they are and to honor that with our attention, with our love, with our appreciation. And so I think that's what I wanted to say. I hope that you don't have to go through someone's memorial service before you start to appreciate who they are, and before you start to appreciate the moments of your life and the sacredness of those moments, the sacredness of our connections with others, the sacredness of our love for one another. Our lives are sacred. And sometimes we're just not in a position because we're down in the trenches, going through our day to day. We're not in a position to really appreciate that. And I just wanted to come on to remind you that everything that we do in life is sacred, and all the relationships and all the experience we have are sacred. And we maybe can have the higher perspective without having to lose someone in order to gain it. So that was pretty much what I wanted to say. I hope that's been helpful to you. I will be back with other videos in the future, but I don't know, just wanted to share that with you. So thanks for listening.